Okay, graad 11 vandag moet ons gesels oor wanneer ons 'n voorwerp op 'n skynsvlak het. So this is from the example in your books on page 91. So they tell you that you have this block. It has a mass of 50 kilograms and it is sliding down the slope at a constant velocity, and they ask you to calculate friction. Okay. Goed, so die eerste ding wat julle vir my moet raak sien is omdat hy teen 'n konstante snelheid afgly, beteken dit F net is gelyk aan 0. Okay, so let's draw our free body diagram. So ek teken maar altyd so slopie ook in net om dit vir myself makliker te maak. You have a normal force pointing upwards. And remember, this time weight is pointing straight down. But we're not going to draw in that one. We are going to divide it up into F, G, perpendicular, oopsie, sorry, and F, G, parallel, and then we know that there is a frictional force. Note that I drew all of my arrows the same length, want omdat hierdie ding nie 'n netto krag het nie, F net is gelyk aan 0, it means that all of them are in equilibrium with one another. There are no other forces working in on this box, just those four. So for this specific question, we don't have to worry about F because we don't have to look at that axe. And ons hoef nie te kyk na daai een wat loodreg is op die skynsvlak nie. We are focusing on these two forces. So because F net is equal to 0, and let's say down the slope is positive, that means that it will be Fg parallel minus frictional force. This will be kinetic friction because the box is moving. Al is hy nie besig om te versnel nie, is hy nog steeds besig om te beweeg. And because this is negative, beteken dit daai twee sal gelyk wees aan mekaar. Okay, so now you have to remember how to calculate Fg parallel. So for that, you will use sine. Goed, so ons het hierso F gee sin theta, en daai is wat ons wil uitwerk. Sorry, this is a 20-degree angle. Okay, Fg we calculate by saying mass times gravitational acceleration. They gave us the mass of the box is 50 kilogram times 9,8 times sine of 20 degrees. En as jy dit in jou calculator gaan insit, sal jy sien die kinetiese wrywing op daai boks is 167,59 Newton, and it's up on the incline. Okay, now they have the same question, but this time they say it is accelerating at 2 meters per second down the slope. Okay, so this is question 2. So this time, F net is no longer equal to 0 because it has an acceleration. I'm still using down the slope as positive, and now I can calculate that F net is equal to 50 times 2, which is 100 Newton down the slope. Goed, so die netto krag wat op hom inwerk is 100 Newton, but F net is still made up of the same components. It will be Fg parallel minus friction. Now, before we carry on, Fg parallel won't change. So for this box to accelerate downwards, I hope it makes sense to you that that means that kinetic friction would have to decrease. Okay, so ons gaan stel in, ons het nou maar uitgewerk, hierdie ene is 167,59 minus friction, we calculated this is 100, so then friction is equal to 67,59 Newton, and it's once again upwards on the incline. So for tomorrow, please do exercise 6. I think it's number 7. Let me just double check. Yes, number 7, and then we'll discuss it in class again.